Effective adjustment of radar settings in all conditions is paramount. I personally prefer to use manual clutter and gain settings, particularly in heavy rain or heavy seas, although automatic adaptive clutter control is much improved these days and I wouldn't criticise anyone for using it. Periodic gain searches with sea and rain clutter controls turned down are very useful, as they'll determine the presence of any targets that are returning a stronger echo than the sea or rain clutter. It's worth remembering that a target can only be visible if it returns a stronger echo than the radar clutter. So sailing yachts with a fibreglass hull don't present a strong radar echo and can also be difficult to detect visually in a strong breeze, as white hulls and sails are hidden by the white caps. So for example, extra care would need to be taken in breezy conditions in the English Channel during the summer. The most common mistake that I see mariners make when relying on radar for navigation is probably using buoyage or other floating targets for position fixing. However, in the absence of alternatives, this may be better than nothing, particularly when in a well-monitored VTS area such as the Dover Straits, where any marks that are out of position will be broadcast in safety messages. So when interpreting radar data in poor visibility, regular scrutiny of the display is so important, particularly looking for weaker targets. Also, careful observation of all targets, remembering to monitor them until they're finally passed and clear. Although offsetting the screen to increase the view ahead is a good idea, don't forget to look for overtaking targets coming up from astern, and periodically increase the range to check for targets at greater distance. So automatic radar plotting aids, or ARPA, are extremely useful and should always be used for collision avoidance. The closest point of approach is usually the first consideration, but time to CPA should also be used to establish which are the priority targets. The trial manoeuvre facility is generally underutilised and can be extremely helpful in determining when best to cross a busy traffic lane, and it can also be used to help resolve complex traffic situations, although I prefer to reduce speed to allow more time to assess, as doing this will often resolve the situation by itself, and I wish I'd done it more when I was at sea. Having said all of that, monitoring the bearing of an approaching vessel is still essential, and even when targets are plotted by ARPA, it can be beneficial to use the EBL to verify whether the bearing is changing.